Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? This week has been kinda sorta crazy, most especially in Minneapolis, Minnesota. To be specific, RENEE Nicole Good, who was shot in plain daylight in front of her wife after just dropping off her 6-year-old son by ICE.
She was scared. She wasn't trying to comply. I mean, she was trying to block traffic, and then they got aggressive, and she was scared, and she started to drive off. She was trying to comply with what they said to get out of here, and then they were saying, then they were trying to pull her out of the car, and that's when she got scared and tried to drive away. She got shot, and then immediately her foot went on the gas. She was I think she was already dead, but her foot hit the gas. She drove off maybe 100 feet, and then hit the telephone pole and hit some cars. And then she was just slumped in her vehicle, and they wouldn't let anybody near her. They had their guns out and were saying, "Stay back, stay back, stay back." And we have a neighbor who was he's a physician, and he was yelling, "I'm a physician. Can I please administer CPR? Can I check her vitals? Can I please get through?" And they were like, "No, absolutely." They said, "No, shut up, we don't care. We have our own medics on their way." And then it was like 15 minutes before the EMS truck got here, and the EMS couldn't get their vehicle through. So they arrived on foot. They couldn't get through because of the ICE vehicles, to be clear. So they came through on foot. It was maybe 5 EMS people, and they checked her out for maybe 5 minutes, and then they carried her body like a sack of potatoes. They didn't even have a stretcher. They carried her out to the corner where they took her away.
Can I go check a pulse?
No! Back up! Now!
I'm a physician!
I don't
listen,
care.
we understand. We got EMS coming. I get it. Just give us a second.
We have medics on scene. We have our own medics.
Where are they? Where are they? How can I relax? You just killed my neighbor! You caught butter in the face! You killed my neighbor! How do you show up to work every day? How the do you do this every day? You're killing my neighbors, you're stealing my neighbors, what the man?
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you.
That's okay, we don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking veteran. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Oh!
Fucking bitch.
My feed was saturated from different angles of this horrific event. We have now become desensitized where, you see this and we move on with our day. And I'm just looking at the big, fabulous United States of America, of which I lived in for 20 years, and I don't recognize this country one bit. I don't recognize any part of it, and it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because of my family, my friends, my Fumi Nation that live there on a day-to-day basis, and I just don't understand what is happening, and to think that we just might have another 3 years of this. I just don't get it. I don't understand how these ICE agents with God complexes, you take out your gun and you fire a defenseless woman. Like you did not have the options to shoot at the tires, that you did not have options to shoot at the engine. You went ahead and took her life. And you know what kills me? You had a physician there who kept on saying, I'm a doctor, I'm a physician, let me give her first aid. And you said, no, we have our own people, which came about 15-20 minutes after the fact, and she was already gone by then. To the point that when the car was rolling into a pole and into another car, you had nothing to say, Mr. Ice. Nothing more than to say, F-U-B-I-T-C-H. That's somebody who values life. That's somebody who values a woman, a mother of 3, who had dropped a 6-year-old boy. I say to myself, my God, that boy would have finished school under the impression that the mother will come and pick him up. That morning was the last time he saw his mother alive. This is the kind of country that we have now become. And for those of you that want to say anything, I'm an American citizen. I'm American. I don't get it. This is where we are. So, you know, I tell you this. White America, this is what Black America has been going through for centuries. You see how it don't feel good. You see how it does not make sense. You see how it breaks your heart. Everybody wants to stand up because, you know, hey, when you do a woman, when you do a mother, when you do a human being like that, with a lack of humanity, it really falls on all of us to say that this could happen to any one of us. I'm going to give you some advice because I think it's just healthy to say. Renee, may your beautiful soul rest in eternal peace. I wish that you had many, many, many more years to see your children grow and have their own children. I send my condolences to your wife. And I pray God Almighty that she gets all of the love and support and the therapy to get through this. I am also going to say we're living in very crazy, mad times. Don't resist. If they tell you to get out of the car, get out of the car. We're dealing with crazy, crazy people. We're dealing with people that have no reasoning and they have a God complex and they have a gun. You see, for me, I have Adrian. I don't get into combative situations because he needs his mother. Value your life. I'm just so tired of crying on this channel. You know, I really am. Value your life. Don't resist. Tell your hands up, your hands up. They tell you to go on the floor, go on the floor. If they tell you to roll into the grass, roll into the grass. Your dignity is intact. Do not resist. Save your life. It's not worth it. Because you know what? The following day is Wednesday. The following day after that is Thursday. The following day that is Friday. It's got the weekend. It's next month. It's next year. You roll around and Renee would have been gone a year and 2 years and 3 years. And people will forget. But her family will be there suffering for the loss of the mother. It's not worth it. Because ICE is coming into schools, taking children from their lunches. They are arresting and killing American citizens.
Get out. I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen. I don't care. You're a U.S. citizen.
That was a video of Christian Jimenez, a 17-year-old high school student who was detained by ICE during his lunch break last Friday. When he told the officers he was a United States citizen, they broke the window and detained him anyways, saying, "I don't care, you're a citizen." The Trump administration has unleashed masked ICE agents into our communities. They are violently abducting our friends and our neighbors, young people who have committed no crime. We saw it in Massachusetts when Marcelo Gomes da Silva was detained on his way to volleyball practice in Milford. And we saw it again last week when a Babson college student named Amy was surrounded, handcuffed, and deported on her way home to visit her parents in Texas. We are no longer just on the path to authoritarianism. We are living in that world, and we must continue to resist it each and every day. End the ICE abductions. End Trump's campaign of fear. End fascism now.
It's come to a point where we have J.D. Vance talking about they're going to go from door to door. Have your papers, have your particulars.
Being part of that network justify being shot?
Well, being part of the network doesn't justify being shot, but ramming an ICE officer with your car, that's what justifies being shot. It's not a good thing, by the way, but when you force somebody to engage in self-defense, it's almost a preposterous question. I'm not saying that funding some of this stuff justifies capital punishment. Nobody would suggest that. The reason this woman is dead is because she tried to ram somebody with her car and that guy acted in self-defense. That is why she lost her life, and that is the tragedy. Now, there may be other violations of the law and other penalties that are associated with those violations of the law. For example, if you are funding violence against our law enforcement officers, I'm not a prosecutor. My guess is that's not the sort of thing that earns capital punishment, but it should sure as hell earn you a few years in prison if you're funding the effort to try to assault our law enforcement officers. What is, I'm sorry.
Being part of that network.
Guys, what's going on here? You guys are meant to report the truth. How have you let yourself become agents of propaganda of a radical fringe that's making it harder for us to enforce our laws? You just asked me a question that presumed that the reason why this woman died is because she was engaged in legitimate protest. She tried to run somebody over with her car, and the guy defended himself when that happened. Next question.
The investigation is still ongoing.
I said next question.
These vehicle rammings are domestic acts of terrorism.
This was an act of domestic terrorism. These were, it appears to be, paid agitators.
This is a woman who was in severe crisis. She lived a very sad and very chaotic life.
It is clear that she tried to use her vehicle as a weapon, mow over an ICE agent.
A huge SUV with a lunatic woman who guns the gas pedal.
When you point a car at somebody, it's no different than pointing a gun, and when you step on the gas, it's the same as pulling the trigger.
The officer, I think justifiably, shooting her in the face.
It's time for Americans to say enough, and if you get in the way of the government repelling a foreign invasion, you're going to end up just like that lady did yesterday.
I am so sick to the pits of my stomach. I never, ever in my life would have thought that this would be the United States of America. Never thought, but here we are. Here we are. That's all I got to say. I am just so sick to the pits of my stomach. You went to shoot a defenseless woman in the car. You knew that she was trying to get away from the other ICE agent. You just happened to be in the way, of which you escaped.
Say her name. Renee Nicole Good. Shot in the face by an ICE officer. She was in her car. Wheels turned away from the officer standing outside of her door. And he shot her point blank. Kristi Noem already is saying that he was defending himself. That is a lie. What's it going to take? Is it going to take the president walking down Fifth Avenue and shooting somebody and he'll still get off? This was cold-blooded murder, guys. Look at the videos. The truth is there. F this cabal. Impeach, convict, remove. All of them have to go. All of them.
There was nothing wrong with you because we had our wonderful, fabulous Donald Trump say that, you know, he had to go to the hospital. Thank God that he's alive. No, he stood there and he saw the car roll into a pole and he had no sense of urgency or care or guilt or empathy or regret or panic. All he had to say was effing bitch. In other words, phew, I don't regret doing it. Really and truly, let us think about it. As much as I am telling you that don't resist. An ICE officer comes to me, get out of the car, and starts pulling at the door. He's going to beat me up. He's going to drag me on the floor. He's going to press my face on the cement. I'm scared. I might even wet myself. I don't understand what this is. You have ICE agents that are terrorists that you have injected into society because you want to deport people from this country. And this is the best way to do it. Like we don't have illegal immigrants all over the world. All over the world. And somehow somebody came to a table. Somebody came to a table and brought in a whole bunch of others. They sat at the table and they said, you know what we'll do? Let us get the ICE agents and let them inject fear into society.
I'm scared for my parents to walk out their house because I might not be able to say goodbye to them if they go to work. And I hope you guys do side with us because we are fighting for our rights and we are getting treated like animals because people judge us by the color of our skin and the way that we talk. And we have a president that acts like a child and doesn't side with us because of the way he thinks about us. And we have a police department that doesn't do anything about us and that we are here fighting more than they are. So I hope that you guys actually do hear what everyone in this center is hearing or talking about, so you guys can side with us and listen to what everyone's saying because everyone is scared. I'm scared that I'm never going to be able to see all my friends again. I'm scared that their parents are going to be gone one day. I'm scared that all of us are going to have to fend for ourselves. I'm scared that one day at school that I'm going to get held by people that I don't know, people that are covered, people that I can't identify because they wear masks and they don't properly ID themselves. Treat us like dogs, they treat us like animals. No one here cares about us because of the color of our skin. So I'm asking you guys, every single one of you guys that are sitting up here, to actually hear us and do something about it because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of telling my mom and dad every day after school that, have you seen the new video of ICE pulling someone over because of the color of their skin? I'm tired of everything. And I hope you guys really do something about it because I really do want something to change because I should not live like this as a 16-year-old. I shouldn't be scared. I should be focusing on school and I can't even focus on school.
Into schools, into children, that children have to come out and cry on behalf of their parents. Nobody has any common sense. Ha! Wow. But here we are. Don't forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I will see you sooner than later. All of my love to you all.
Guys, my name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky, itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking